ready for the acid wash, and the mixture we're using is 80% water and 20% muriatic acid. The purpose of the wash is, of course, to clean and etch the surface of the substrate, providing better adhesion. As the acid is sprinkled onto the substrate, it's lightly brushed to assure an even distribution. When the acid has been in place for a minute or so, it must be pressure washed or, as we're doing here, thoroughly hosed down and scrubbed. Any residue from the acid wash could adversely affect adhesion of the Marbalite coating. Marbalite may not be applied to a wet slab, so we're accelerating the drying process by blowing off the excess water. Next comes the mixing process, and we start by placing 18 cups of the Marbalite resin into a 5-gallon pail. This green additive is Marbalite drying retardant, and this is used when temperatures exceed 90 degrees. What does it do? It gives the installer more open time to work with the material on hot days. After briefly mixing the resin and retardant solution, a 50-pound bag of Marbalite Spray Texture Fine is added and thoroughly mixed for at least 1 minute. After that, the material should be allowed to sit idle for 3 to 5 minutes and slake, after which an additional 2 to 4 cups of the polymer resin solution must be added to bring the mix to the spraying consistency that you want to achieve. Prior to spraying, small voids in the slab must be filled with the Marbalite mix. Any irregularities left untreated would still be obvious in the completed installation. Now that the patching has been completed, the next step in our process is to spray the Marbalite texture material onto the slab. The air pressure for spraying is normally set at 4 to 8 psi, and the orifice of the gun at the 3/8 inch setting. We're applying the material in 18 to 20 inch rows, moving the gun in a continuous small circular pattern for maximum uniformity of texture. The sprayed material sets up quickly, so the trowel man must work right behind the sprayer using the fan-like motion that we're showing. Notice that the trowel man is wearing golf shoes. This is because the spikes allow him to walk on the sprayed area without causing appreciable damage to the texture. Also, the trowel that he's using has rounded corners, and this helps to eliminate inadvertent trowel marks on the freshly textured surface. Take care not to let the spray man get too far ahead of the trowel man. If too much time elapses between spraying and troweling, undesirable pattern inconsistencies will occur because of the difference in the drying stages. This particular job was sprayed at about a 65% coverage rate, meaning that 35% of the substrate shows through. Once sufficient drying time has been allowed, we'll remove any burrs left from the troweling process by light scraping.